Sometimes you just got to get drunk. Yes, it's time for the RetroTech 120p challenge, and we're playing Tapper. So in the RetroTech 120p challenge, you do what many mortals have done before, which is they have many practice goes, and then they go, all right, I'm feeling pretty confident. They press the record button, and they have 2 goes, and those recorded runs are their goes. And that's what we've done here with the RetroTech. Sorry about the volume there. I loaded it when I was playing this because my flatmate was watching something shite. Yes, so what can I tell you about Tapper? Well, it is a Bally Midway game from 1983, developed by a chap called Marvin Glass, which is the most apropos name that anyone could ever think of for a game apart from George Pisshead. It was converted to the Atari 2600, the Atari 8-bit, the ColecoVision, the Commodore 64, the ZX Spectrum, the MSX, the Amstrad CPC, the BBC Electron, and the IBMs. I think it's on Antstream 2, and they rebranded it the following year in 1984 to just be Root Beer Tapper, or just plain Tapper if you prefer. So kids can play and not turn into frothing, beer demanding evil things that get drunk and shoot the guns that they just bought down the supermarket. So this is Tapper. I don't mind it. It's pretty, it's very basic. You can imagine it now appearing on a mobile phone, and if it hasn't, I'd be very surprised if not. It is very much a Flappy Bird-esque adventure, an escapade, if you will. I don't do very well in it. You're staying for the general for facts, which I'll give you in a minute, but let's first talk about some places where you might find some better players. Well, Dougie Titchmarsh, he tends to be better at the older games, so you might find some joy there. Mark Hendricks has won for the last few weeks or so. Then there's Anthony's pretty good at Raven Gaming. Have a look at his channel. And then of course you've got Retro 48K, who might well play this week. He played last week. And look at this escapade. Look, I said escapade twice. This is where someone fizzes up your drink. Whoever this guy is a bit of a dickhead. Why would you do that? I get it wrong. And yeah, Retro 48K is celebrating his first 1,000 subscribers. I'm sure there are many more to come. But rich reward for someone who's been on the YouTubes for 4 years. And the cream, I always find, rises to the top. So well done to him. What else can we say about Tapper? Not a lot else, really. I mean, it's sort of like playing sort of a Wetherspoons on a Friday night simulator, which is, fine if you're the girl with the tan who's, you can almost see her in areola because you're getting served as soon as you go to the bar, or the guy in the muscle shirt who looks like he might be a bit aggressive, where you can see his nips through the cloth of his t-shirt and his sort of the veins in his arms, very varicose. But if you're a nerd like me, you're going to be standing at the bar, just an insignificant middle-aged man, just waiting for his cheap beer from the home of the homeless Thundercat, Wetherspoons. Especially as he's waiting, because he's sacked all his staff off by really getting behind Brexit. But, that's on him. Right, so, what else is there? Oh, yes, let's have genital facts, won't we? Because I think genital facts are the keys to happiness. And I hope that I bring you a little bit of education every week with one of these. This week, obviously, we're talking about alcohol and the effects that it can have on, your amorousness or lack thereof. So, alcohol increases testosterone in both men and women. And testosterone is a key component of, that's the first credit down, by the way, of how, horny you get. Us men are lusty old beasts, you see. But the trouble with it is although you may feel hornier, it might not be worth pursuing your horniness, because your brain is willing but the flesh is weak. As especially if you drink too much, your sexual response will decrease. Not just in your old chap, but in the lady's otter's pocket too. So yeah, you've got to be careful of that. Orgasms are also harder to reach, and more risks will be taken. You may find you have more courage to get it all up in someone's knicker box, but you might also find that there's the danger of you sleeping with someone you wouldn't normally find attractive, and then that person will, of course, take any hutched animals you have outside and put them on a pot in some boiling water, a la Fatal Attraction. When was the last time you thought about Fatal Attraction? With me, not too long ago. Also, you might not wear a sheath, and of course that's a danger in itself. If you don't wear a sheath, you could end up having a babber, or having something that itches very unpleasantly, or perhaps dying from your genitals upwards, rotting, like sort of like the tail of an old potato or something. You don't want that. Don't do that. Also, sexual consent becomes a bit of a grey area, and this is an important lesson for you boys and girls. By law, both parties should agree by choice and have the freedom and capacity to make that choice, meaning if you sleep with someone while you're drunk, and while they're drunk, more importantly, you could end up getting yourself in a world of legal hurt. And also, it's not very nice, is it? That was a nice cough for you at the end. But yeah, so Retro Tech 100, please do join in the Facebook group, because it'll make you strong and supple, like a bodybuilder or a gymnast, perhaps, or I don't know. I'm just trying to fill time now. But yes, Budweiser though. What is your favourite beer? Is it Budweiser? It probably isn't. I don't know of anyone in the UK whose favourite beer is Budweiser. They still sell it, and it does well enough, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Alcohol, dangerous stuff. Really. I mean, this guy's pretty resourceful, isn't he? With his pints, his flagoons, distributing them left, right, and centre to all manner of cowboys. The data levels, I think you get like a rough bar after you do the sports one, and then you get other bits. I think there's a spaceship I think towards the end as well, but that's the end of the go. So yes, please everyone do join in with the Retro Tech 100 20p group, because you might have a bit of fun, and that's what life's about, isn't it? Oh, and apparently the war in Ukraine, but let's not think about that. Okay, everyone, go see Retro 48K. Well done to you. And K, thanks. Bye.